Let's talk. In fact, let's welcome in a new year. It is 2026, and we are welcoming all of you to the Let's Talk Fabulous show. Today, we have something very special planned. In fact, we are welcoming in the new year with a whole new group that it's their first time on the show, and that's a pretty exciting thing. You are going to be inspired. You're going to see purpose. You're going to see passion, and you're going to see stories that you're going to want to be exploring more about these four panelists. So get your pen and paper ready. What do you think, guys? I think it's time. Let's talk. Today, we have, like I said, an incredible panel. And we're going to get started right away. So we're going to go around the, if you will, room or studio, and we're going to ask what their name is and who they or where they are right now. And then we're going to get going into the show. So we're going to start with you, Britney. Britney, tell us, who are you and where are you today?
Hi, my name's Britnee Kinard, and I am out of Savannah, Georgia.
Jose?
I'm here in Houston, Texas.
Jose, and he's in Houston testing. We've got a little bit of a lag. Remember, guys, we are live TV. Kelly?
Hi, my name's Kelly Melissa Reinhart, and I am in Aurora, Colorado.
Perfect. And Joseph?
Hi, my name is Joseph Plici, and I'm coming to you from Stamford, Connecticut.
We want to welcome this panel. And right now, it's still the beginning of the year, and we want you all to know you belong here. Here you go.
Hey! Wherever you are, whatever you're wearing, thanks to E360 TV, this open house party's streaming live, worldwide, and the world's invited. Come on in. You belong here. Come as you are, just step inside. Belong here. In this moment, in this life. Hands up, hearts open wide. This is love, this is life. It's a fabulous new year. And you belong here. Alright, world, let's count it down together. 10, feel the love alive. 9, leave the past behind. 8, 7, hear the future call. 6, 5, here we go, y'all. 4, 3, feel the energy. 2, 1, this is it. Fireworks hit. You belong here. Every voice and every face. You belong here. In this joy, in this space. New year, open heart. This is where beginnings start. It's a fabulous new year. And you belong here. Oh, 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 oh. You belong here. Oh, 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 oh. You belong here. Oh, 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 oh. It's a fabulous new year. You belong here. It's time. Let's party.
We want everybody to go check out e360tv.com, the Let's Talk Fabulous show, and find our channel. And at the very top of that, you're going to see the special event. It was a 3-hour event. We had so much fun. We had people from around the world. We had music. We had intentions. We had all sorts of really cool things. In fact, Kelly, you were with us on that event. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was super fun, and people popping in and out. It was really
Yeah,
cool.
popping in and out. That's right. And you know, that's a little bit of what we do here at the Let's Talk Fabulous show, right? And so right now, what we want all of you to do is all of our amazing audience, we want you to be letting us know what are your 2026 intentions. Let us know, put them in the comments, either live or in replay. And because I think that we're going to be very surprised to see that there's a lot of people that are going to be saying many of the same things. There's going to be some that are going to be saying something completely different. Whatever kind of hope you want to share for the world too, we want to see that. We want to hear from you. We want to have you know that you belong here and your voice matters. With that, we're going to go straight into the show. We are going to be hearing from our panelists. What are their intentions? What's their hope for the world? And we're going to learn a little bit about why they were chosen to be on today. Let's start. We're going to hear from Britney.
Hello, my name is Britnee Kinard, and I am the CEO and founder of Britnee Kinard LLC, as well as a nonprofit called the SD Gunner Fund. As I step into 2026, my intention is clear: to live intentionally and to celebrate every win, no matter how big or small. Living intentionally means being present in each moment and making choices that align with my values and focusing on what truly matters to me. And it's about setting clear goals and being mindful in my actions, whether that's taking a moment to savor a cup of coffee or working towards a personal milestone. And celebrating wins is equally important. It's easy to overlook the little victories in our busy lives, but each step forward deserves recognition. Again, whether it's treating myself to something special after completing a project, or sharing achievements with friends, or simply taking a moment to reflect on progress. These celebrations create joy and motivation. So this year, I want to embrace a mindset, and I challenge you as well, that honors every achievement and fosters gratitude for the journey. By living intentionally and celebrating every win, I hope to cultivate a richer, more fulfilling life in 2026. And I hope you do too.
So, Britney, let's talk, as we like to say around here. You, first of all, you showed up, and this is one thing I want people to see, because this is what you do. Your internet just went out, right?
It did. We've had some interesting weather. My internet went out, so I'm sitting in my car, and I drove to where I had service so I could be able to do the video.
Thank you.
You're
And for those of you that may not know Britney, many may, because you have had a very popular TEDx talk. You have an organization, a nonprofit, and an LLC that's out there serving. You've been in front of the government. You are making an impact in certain very big areas. Let's talk about that, Britney. You started, and your TEDx talk, I think, really lays it out clearly. And for anybody that hasn't watched it, you need to go watch it. You really do. I mean, I watched it a few times, and each time I think I've cried more, and I'm like cheering. I'm like so thrilled. You started out, and it's like, I love the thing about the heels and the, and everything. You're like, yeah, I had the thing going on. I had the heels, I had the this, I had the career, and then I met and someone fell in love, and then I ended up becoming something I never thought I would be. What was that?
That was
Britney.
A caregiver.
A caregiver.
I became a caregiver at 28 years old. Yep.
And why?
My husband served in the United States Army and served in Iraq, and he was hit by an IED while serving in Iraq and suffered a traumatic brain injury, was in a coma for several days, and just had life-altering injuries. I think he has over 60 injuries that we've had to manage and deal with.
And then you go on to talk about how at that time you had the small child, you had to quit. You're living on I'm doing the math. You're living on $800 a month. You are on and on and on. And not only that, I did not know, and I'm so glad you brought it up, that if you're in a certain category during the time you were going through this, you didn't qualify for any kind of help.
No, you don't. A lot of people, when you use the term caregiver, and it's honest thought process. But when you use the term caregiver, you think of your parents caring for your grandparents, or your grandparents caring for your great grandparents. You don't think of a newlywed with newborn, 20-something years old, having to care for someone. And unfortunately, that is a common theme in our military, especially since the war in Iraq and the war in Afghanistan. We have so many people coming back, but we don't qualify for government assistance. We don't qualify for the over 65 programs. And so it's extremely limited. And it's very devastating as well to have to try to figure that out when you're also young and trying to figure out marriage and life, and you don't have experience under your belt. You know, it's sink or swim.
Right.
There's no other option.
And so you also saw, and I love this too, because you brought it up. You brought all of this and facts and figures, guys. I mean, watch it. And then you also, which anybody that knows me, everybody that knows me knows that this is an area of unbelievable love for me. You brought up the service animals and how that actually, you know, animals and in particular service animals that are trained can make a big difference in the care. And that's become also a passion of yours, correct?
Yes, ma'am. So in 2012, the Department of Veterans Affairs actually decided that my husband needed a service animal. And I was like, okay, well, where do we get one of those? You know, I mean, it wasn't a big thing back then like it is now. And so I did all the research and I went and I got the service animal. And then the VA was like, oh, yeah, no, we're not going to pay for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, hold on a second. Now, this is not how I roll. So I drove back and forth for 18 months to Washington, D.C. and testified in front of Congress and Senate. And after 18 months, my husband's service animal became the first service animal approved in the Southeast region for traumatic brain injury. But the amount of skills that they do is amazing. And unfortunately, during that process that I was fighting to get his service animal, we had a friend who had a service animal that could not afford the medical care on that dog. And so the veterinarian's office repossessed the dog or wouldn't turn it loose. And he killed himself. And so at that point in time, I was like, okay, we're going to start a nonprofit because I've got nothing better to do on my plate, you know, and we're starting a nonprofit, and I've got a spouse over here that's injured. I have, at that time, 2 small babies, and I was like, yes, let's just pour it on. So I did it, and we started a nonprofit, and we service specifically veterans, first responders, and special needs children under the age of 18. And then we also do therapy dogs for facility and educational usage. So basically what that means is, if you wanted to take your dog to a nursing home on Sunday afternoons, I wouldn't necessarily train that. But I do train dogs to work in school systems and to work for pediatric facilities. So they're actually owned by the facilities and they work there full time.
Thank you. Now, guys, I know I kind of went, I mean, yes, you're going to be hearing from everybody. Yeah, you know, these people, their stories are incredible. We're going to end up at the end. I'm really hoping that we're going to have some time to have a little bit of an interchange, but I want people taking notes right now. If what Britney shared right now resonates, you need help. You need more information. Look her up. Look her organization up. And I have a feeling even on this panel, there might be some that might even say, hey, I need to talk to you afterwards. You know, that is the way this rolls. We're going to go on to our next story and get ready to hold on to your seat belts, your seat, your chair, your life vest, whatever you need to hold on to, because this story is one that you've heard in the international news. It's incredible. Let's hear from Jose.
Tamara, thank you for having me here in this show. Let's make it fabulous. You asked me to, in 1 minute, talk about what are my main goals and achievements for 2026. I want to continue spreading my message of faith, hope, resilience, strength, and that anything in life that you want to achieve, you can do it. And people that doesn't know me, I come from a situation that I became an international hostage for 5 years. And I miraculously came back 3 years ago and started my new journey as a speaker, as an author, and a TV host, and the podcast host too, and I'm doing a lot of things. I was finishing my achievement of this year, and I said, wow, God, what you have done through me. Because this is not about me, it's about Him. I'm using this like my ministry to reach people and tell them that anything in life is possible, because God makes possible the impossibles. Please remember, if you have a dream, pursue it. I'm here to say you that this is going to be my main goal in 2026. Continue spreading the message worldwide, all over the world. Thank you, Tamara, for having me.
Actually, Jose, I'm realizing right now you have been on the show before, but it was with Barbara. It wasn't with me.
Barbara.
Yeah.
Yes.
So okay. So scratch that or change it, or it. But you're the first time with me, so we'll put it that way. But so if some of you want to look back 2 years ago, almost to I think January, you were on with Barbara Beckley. And you had only been back then for maybe about a year, right? But now you are out there, and may I congratulate you on the best-selling. You got I think it's you've published your book, and you're doing so much. And the reason I wanted you here, Jose, is because you're not having people feel sorry for you for your story and what happened. What you're doing is you're empowering people to go out and say, yeah, this is my story. Now look what I'm doing. And it was about mindset. It's about, the attitude. It's about belief system. It's about all of this, and that you can do it too, right? That's the message, right, Jose?
Yeah. And let me tell you something else, Tamara, that I was hosted in Venezuela, captured by Nicolas Maduro, that yesterday was captured here. So since yesterday, this guy is here. He's going to stay here forever, 50, 60 years in prison. The guy that captured me yesterday went to prison. And when I was looking at the TV yesterday night, when he was looking at TV, this guy with handcuffs going to the prison was exactly what that guy did to me. And now it came his turn. This is the law of cause and effect. So 3 years ago, we came back to a miraculous prisoner swap. And yesterday I had the blessing that I could see this guy that's going to pay what he did for me to many people, because I was not alone. We were 6 guys that we were 6 guys that not only us, our families, all the suffering that this guy did, but I decided to use this for the good, because I could stay here blaming what happened to me, feeling revenge or sense of whatever, but I decided to use it to the good. So I when I came back, I began to get connected to these foundations that work with bringing back Americans here for the U.S. You see this flag? This is the hostage and wrongfully detained flag. And my family is one of the co-creator of this flag that today is a national flag. And they started a foundation called the Bring Your Family Home Campaign. And I'm connected to those campaigns. And after that, I decided to begin to speak loud about this. Yesterday, I did an interview with Fox talking about this. Speaking, writing my story, beginning to help others, and making this kind of a movement. And because I decided to use this, that in anything that you go, you can survive things in life. It happened to me, and this is my message today to the world. And when I mentioned in the video, what is my main goal in 2026? Continue spreading the message. because I believe that as far as I can continue spreading the message that the things really can happen, the people can get related to that, can resonate to the people. So anybody that's hearing me, you don't have to be a hostage. That you can be going through things in your life. And maybe you can think that what is going to you in your life, like I heard from Britney, she had something really serious that happened to her, and she used it to. And that's why I want to pass a message to the people that no matter what you use, and sometimes God uses you to use your testimony to help us, and that's the way I look at today.
And remember, guys, this is live TV, so please give us grace with that. This message is so important, and we want you to understand it. So if nothing else, what I want you to do right now with your pen and paper, and if you haven't grabbed it, go grab it. If you haven't grabbed it yet, stay live with us and watch this in replay, because this is a show you will want to do that. Write down sit, go, six. Sit, go, six. CITGO, the number 6. Look it up. Because when you do, you're going to be that much more amazed when you put the connection of who Jose really is. This is one of the 6. And when he is here to say his mission is to let you know, you don't have to be a hostage, to look at your lives and to find the fabulous in them. Correct, Jose?
Correct. Yes. Exactly. Correct. Yes. And when I decided to write my book that you have in front of you, this is the book. This is a story that was based on the letters that I could exchange with my wife during years. But when I begin to revisit the letters that my wife has compiled, I begin to pick up the letters that really resonate to the message, to create the story, not only what we went through, the lessons that we learned through that process. Because for me, the most important is not the story, because the story is the happening is the lessons that are the story. And that is my real message today, that anything that is happening to you is for a reason. God does things intentionally. And maybe you don't know why you're going through a process. But if you discover this is part of a process, that you have to use it to find your purpose and pursue your real dreams, there's where you're going to find why you went through the process you're going through. That's my message to anybody that's hearing this.
Perfect. Okay, so we've made the case with 2 people. I have a feeling that there are messages in here that resonate with all of you. I know with me they have. Okay, now we have a song that we've played before, but I want you to listen with these ears on. I want you to be thinking in terms of, what is your faith, action, bravery, unity, love, opportunity, unspeakable spirit? What is yours for 2026? Because we call that fabulous here, and you and this is fabulous. So what we want to do is have you be listening to this, be writing things down, and then we're going to go to our next guest after.
Life isn't always glitter, and dreams can slip from view. We all get tangled in the moments, we don't know what to do.
But there's a whisper in your heartbeat, a fire deep inside, a story shaped by courage. You were made to live a life.
So when doubt begins to echo like a storm across your mind, shake it loose, step through the doorway. Your brilliance is designed. F.A.B.U.L.O.U.S. Faith, action, bravery, unity, love, opportunity, unstoppable spirit. Watch us shine, we're wired for yes. Every heart is power inside, come alive. once darkness, leaving hope everywhere. Every kindness builds a legacy, every hand-to-hand connects. When love becomes our language,
That's the magic we protect.
when you walk with heart intention, every shadow turns to gold.
That's the moment life says, watch this as your miracles unfold.
F.A.B.U.L.O.U.S. Faith, action, bravery, unity, love, opportunity, unstoppable spirit. Watch, touch, shine, we're wired for yes.
Every heart has power inside.
Come alive.
Step into your best.
F.A.B.U.L.O.U.S. Joy is how we manifest. Love will spread our message east to west. Together we rise. We are fabulous. Fabulous is a frequency, and I choose to rise.
Fabulous means every heart has magic waiting inside.
Fabulous isn't what you wear, it's the love you share. Fabulous is courageous, that's how we dare. Fabulous means anything is still possible even now. Fabulous means faith, action, bravery, unity, love, opportunity, and unstoppable spirit. Faith in who we are becoming.
Action when the world needs more.
Bravery in every season, unity in every door. Love that lights the darkest moment.
Opportunity in every step.
Unstoppable spirit rising. This is F.A.B.U.L.O.U.S. F.A.B.U.L.O.U.S. Faith, action, bravery, unity, love, opportunity, unstoppable spirit. Watch us shine, we're built for yes. Every soul is limitless, keep rising into nothing less. F.A.B.U.L.O.U.S. Love is how we manifest, hearts together, truly blessed. This life we live is fabulous. Be brave, be kind, choose love. Your legacy of love begins with you. Be brave, this is beautiful.
This is you.
This is fabulous.
So we're going to open it up for a minute. And, it was really interesting, Kelly, when I was, or actually Britney, when, both of you guys, when I saw the dogs, I thought, oh my goodness, hadn't even thought of that until, we're watching that. And I'm like, oh, there you go. See, we don't just say it. We actually put it out there. What did you guys think about this? Fabulous.
I wanted to dance.
Well, there you go. We want you to dance too. That's the whole idea. Britney.
It's a great video. It's the underlying tone of it screams unity and love.
Good. Thank you. Jose, love to hear from you. What do you think? Okay, we're going to go to Joseph and then we're going to go back to Jose. Joseph, we're going to hear from you in a moment, but we want to hear from you now too. Go ahead. What'd you think?
Yeah, I really liked it. I love the message and being able to really put it out there is that there's so much more in this world than a place of pain. There's a place where we can all come together and find that love.
And that's going to really tie in when you guys find out a little bit more about Joseph. You're going to be like, oh yeah, I get it. In fact, there was a scene in there I was thinking, oh yeah, I was seeing it through Joseph's eyes too, a couple of them. And Jose, I think you're unmuted now. What did you want to say? Oh, he's not. Okay, we're going to go on and we'll hear from Jose again. Remember, we're live, guys. We are live. We're going to go on, and Kelly, you're up next. And some of you will remember seeing this particular video and her on the party night, the special, but we're going to be being able to dive a little deeper and through these eyes from the, if you will, the viewpoint of what we're talking about today. So let's hear from Kelly again.
Hi, my name's Kelly Melissa Reinhart, and I am the founder and CEO of Make Mental Health Matter nonprofit, also the host of the Make Mental Health Matter show on E360 TV. I'm so excited for 2026 because we are in the process of launching not one, but two amazing programs that are literally going to save and change people's lives. First, the Love Life Live program, which is all centered around coaching and holistic based services at a low cost because most people are having high deductibles at this point, and we're really wanting to make sure that they don't have to pick between eating or taking care of their mental health. And that's where that whole program comes in. And the second is with our Give Youth a Voice, which is designed for middle school aged children, which are struggling at alarming rates. So 2026 is going to be fabulous because we're launching both of those incredible programs.
So first of all, thank you again for having the focus that you do, because so many people need the help. I mean, it is across all areas, across all demographics, across every country, across the globe, right? We are seeing an epidemic of major proportion, and we need everybody to step up to the plate that's willing to do so. Let's dive a little bit deeper. Now, you also have a TEDx talk out there that you've given. Why don't you give a little insight into that?
It's kind of funny because it has nothing to do with really what I talk about now. It actually was more based around utilizing AI and nonprofits, because as a founder, as a leader, as somebody who turned a tragedy into a nonprofit, I had no idea, or feel like sometimes I still have no idea what I'm doing 8 years later, but really how we can utilize the tools that are already out there to make it a little bit easier on ourselves. Because as some even panelists here know, having a nonprofit is not easy, and wherever we can find help, that's where my TEDx was more in that AI nonprofit space.
And the reason I brought that up is because I do see it relevant. I absolutely do, because I think that a lot of people, especially 2026, and we didn't talk about this on the party night, and 2026, there's a lot of people that may be feeling called to this and saying, it's so big, and yet it can be done. And we're sharing that in evidence. So thank you for that. Yet now, also, I'm proud to say we share the same network, correct?
I'm on Arion. Yeah. So yes.
And on E360 TV through the E360TV.com network, and you can find Mental Health Matters and the show, and dive deep, crunch it up if this is a message that really resonates. Yet, what got you involved in this message? Let's dive deeper into that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So it's a Make Mental Health Matter show, because we're not just saying that mental health matters, we're actually taking action to make mental health matter. And yes, on E360 TV, but originally, so I lost my middle sister who died by suicide on February 20th, 2017. And I didn't know how to help her. I didn't know how to help myself. And I wanted to learn more. I wanted to learn why somebody would want to kill themselves. And I wanted to just understand how people get to that place. My sister had attempted 6 other times. However, it was more of, she'd call us, we knew, we'd have her stomach pumped, we'd put her on a 72-hour hold. Like, it became this cycle in our family that we, knew. And then it was 5 years in between the last attempt that we knew of and when she actually died by suicide. And so for me, I was like, I want to gain as much knowledge as I could. And through lots of certifications, lots of education, that's what I decided to give back to the community, was that education piece, because I learned that it doesn't take a professional to really save a life. It can be any human anywhere, and it could just be one person just like you or I that can actually save a life.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm seeing the comments right now. And yes, so sorry for your loss. And thank you, Kelly, for stepping up to the plate and saying, it's just like what we've talked about with Britney and we've talked about with Jose. And when you guys hear from Joseph, you're going to say, yes, thank you to Joseph too, to all four of you, because all four of you have taken something and are out there saying, okay, we can do this. We can make the world a better place. We can share with each one of you, like we do here at the Let's Talk Fabulous show, again, through the F.A.B.U.L.O.U.S, right? Faith, action, bravery, unity, love, opportunity, unstoppable spirit. Where is yours out there right now for 2026? We want to hear from all of you, because you know there's a spark inside of you, many of you, and it's like, I know it's been there, but I have not known what to do. We'll go watch an AI, a TEDx, and realize that, hey, you too can be like Kelly. You too can be like Britney. You too don't necessarily want the same story as Joseph, but can be out there sharing the love like Joseph, like Jose. And you don't want the same story, but sharing the love. And then when you hear Joseph's, thank you. I want to now be able to share, and so you're in the right show. This is and we did this at the party, but we're going to do it again. So when you go to the channels, when you go to go to e360tv.com and go to Ariane channel, and then from there you want to go and look for her show, and you'll know you're in the right place when you see the opening of the show look like this. So we want to say thank you to Kelly for sharing. Now we're going to go to you, Joseph. You're up next. And what we were going to do is we're going to share your video. And when you guys see the word he picked a word. Okay, think in terms of this right here. Miss Who is her name? Yes. Okay, let's go there.
Hello, everybody. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Joseph Polici. And for 2026, my word of the year is impact. I want to help as many men and women in this world learn to love themselves, because I truly believe that when you have unconditional love for yourself, to hurt somebody else would be as if you were hurting yourself. And I think that speaks for itself. So let's make as much impact as we possibly can together, one soul at a time, and make this 2026 as impactful as possible. Thank you, and have a beautiful 2026.
And I don't know if you know, but the name of her is Miss Impactor. So I was like, oh yeah, our group is going to love your choice of word, impact. And it's even going to be bigger this year in 2026. Wink, wink. Those that know. Okay, so your story, and I want to say that I met both Britney and Joseph because of Ansu and Global Speakers Talk. We want to give a nod and wink to Ansu at GST, because we totally believe in that platform and what they're doing over there on a global level, helping voices be heard. And we were able to, the three of us were able to be, along with Coach Chuck and some others, that we're talking about love, family, and relationship. And Joseph, when you and I spoke on the phone, I was like, oh my gosh, okay, what are you doing on January 4th? Because you need to tell your story on this show. I mean, it was immediate. I'm going to cut to the chase. How old were you when you had your first child?
I was 15.
You were 15. And did you give your child away?
No, her mother at the time, we were both 15 years old, and she didn't want our daughter. But for me, I just couldn't think of that. Like, they gave us it was a way of giving adoption. They started telling us about how we can have pictures, or, you get year to year, you get to see how she's growing up. And I'm just like, I can't do that. So I told her that I'm taking our child and I'm going to raise her.
And you have. And you are such a dedicated father. In fact, you've now created your full platform to go out there. And when you were sharing about impact, and that we can be sharing the love, and we can be finding that love, and we can be going out there and making a difference about it, this is what you're all about, right?
Yes. Yeah. And that all started because of, I truly know that I've been prepared for this moment my whole life, but I know that we all have vibrations that we align to. And that vibration for myself was my ex-wife leaving me. And that's when I truly woke up to see how I was playing a certain role. And that role was giving me a certain result. And that result was because I didn't know how to love myself. I thought it was somebody else's job to do that for me. I mean, I had so many things in my life that happened that you can see as traumatic or overwhelming, and you can put all these stories on them. But at the end of the day, the most important thing to any of us is knowing how to love ourselves. When we can do that, we can change the world. But it all starts with ourselves.
Mm-hmm. And thank you for sharing that. So now you're out there, and you've been taking a message out there that many people will recognize, and now you're even ramping it that much more. Your message, you've got a TEDx scheduled for this year, and you're looking at taking your message and even having people come and start having that experience of diving deeper into finding that love themselves and so much more. The message that you're curating, correct?
Yes. So I have my own company called Elite Lifestyle Blueprint, and it is all about helping men and women learn to love themselves. But I also have an international events that I run, and my first will be out in Morocco, just helping people to really have an opportunity to dive in deeper and find that version of themselves, that authentic version of themselves.
Perfect. So you guys, okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to do this because and remember, we're live TV. And so sometimes, we may have Jose back or not, but we certainly are grateful for what has been shared so far from Jose. With that, we were live again on the 3-hour event, and we had so many coming to the party, and there were some that wanted to be a part of the party that couldn't get in. And so one of them sent us a message, a fan favorite here at the Let's Talk Fabulous show. Many of you know her as Marneen Lynn Fields. Now, Marneen, remember, she was one of the top stunt women in the 70s and 80s. She was probably the very top. Many of the stunts that you saw a woman do in movies, TV, and on, that was her. Then remember her story, go back and watch it. Then she's introduced, what she's done, she's now become a filmmaker, a documentary filmmaker, a singer, songwriter, award-winning. And she sent in a beautiful, she wrote something beautiful. She sent in something to us that we're going to play right now because, again, she tried to get into the party because we were just having such a fun time and there were so many. And that's what happens when, live. But here we go. Here's Marneen.
Hi, everybody. I'm Marneen Fields, and I've written a beautiful New Year's intention for 2026 that I'd like to read to you. My intentions for 2026 are to heal what needs to be healing, to recognize and welcome what's aligned, and to walk forward with courage, clarity, kindness, and a loving heart. For me, this is the season of off with the old and on with the new. I'm releasing with gratitude everything and everyone that doesn't bring me peace. I'm trusting God to guide my steps and to remove what no longer serves me in order to reach my true calling. In 2026, I'm choosing renewal and purpose to stand proudly in the woman I've become, resilient, creative, and ready for the blessings that lie ahead. I'll be stepping into my new year, hugging alignment, expansion, and divine timing. Thanks be to God.
Thank you, Marneen, for sending that in, and thank you for always being a part of the F.A.B. family. We also, and I've seen plenty of purple hearts. And for those that don't know, we have a Purple Pin Hearts Club, and it's relevant, especially going into a new year. We want to honor our purple pins, and then we're going to continue, and we're going to have a group discussion next. For those of you that may not know, we have what's called the Legacy of Love series that we've been running now for about 1.5 years. And the Purple Pin is someone that was very involved in our community and, yes, has gained her wings. And so what we decided to do as a collective here at the Let's Talk Fabulous show is to remember every single week all of those, not only our Purple Pin, which we do, yet all of those that have gained their wings, because you see, we do treasure and we do see that the legacy of love is priceless. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And in that, I'd love to open up our conversation now because of the fact that I know that that Purple Pin Hearts Club could possibly even touch some of the lives here in the mission that you have. And so what I'd like to do is open it up with a question. Each of you have walked through some very powerful, poignant, and purposeful experiences, and you've turned what could be something pretty big and even tragic in some ways into your passion to make your life and the life of others better. What would you like to share right now, if you can, concisely with the world? And I have a feeling we will be building upon each other. Who would like to? I'm going to open it up, which we don't usually do here, but I'm going to say, who wants to go first? Or I'm going to pick.
Let me go.
Jose, you're here. Let's go.
I'm going to share here a metaphor because when I was in my captivity, the last year, there was direct negotiation to get us released 1 year before we were released. So I remember that I received a visit of the negotiator that was doing my release, he's a former ambassador. So he flew to Venezuela, and we had the opportunity to have a conversation with him. So they put us in a room, and he came to the room, and he explained that they were having their negotiations. And I remember we finished that meeting with him. I told him, Ambassador, I don't know when, but we're going to be gone. So that day, I really believed that I was going to be gone. So the day after, I had the opportunity to call to my wife. My wife lives here in Houston. So I called from Venezuela and told my wife to bring me a carry-on. I told her to bring me a carry-on and put some clothes for 1 week. And I told her why. She told me why. I said, because I'm going to be prepared to go. So I put the carry-on in the corner of my tiny prison that I have. And every morning I talk to the carry-on. Every morning I told the carry-on, be prepared that we're gone. I stayed doing it every day, and it took 1 year. But 1 year after, we were gone. And I took the carry-on with me. And the metaphor comes here that sometimes you carry, this heavy luggage in your shoulders that you should really give that to God. But that carry-on is your dreams. So that's what you have to carry, your dreams. So the metaphor is that you have to carry your dreams all over and never give them up. Yeah.
I love it. Kelly, what would you like to share?
I was just gonna say that it really only takes one wave or one person to create a ripple effect, and I think that we're really truly seeing it here with this panel. So anybody that's listening or watching, you could be that one person that creates that ripple.
And I'm glad you're seeing that. Now that you've seen the stories of everybody, you're also, if you will, co-sponsoring the whole idea of being a host, also yourself, that this group here can be what's going to maybe even be that first domino for many, right? That ripple.
Absolutely, yes. Come on my show too.
There you go. There you go. And that's what I was really hoping to do, because this is what it's all about. Let's be that blaze. Let's be those trailblazers in 2026 and encourage others to do the same. Britney, please.
I think I'm going to piggyback off of Kelly. There's a quote that I live by, and I remember reading it when I was in high school. And it says, an obstacle is something that cannot be done until you decide to do it. And I remember so many people told me that I was crazy, that I could not do the things that I wanted to do, that I could not reach the goals that I wanted to reach. And it does take just one person, because when you look back at things now and you think, I was just some small town girl from Mississippi who had married into the military, and because I was loud and I didn't take no for an answer, and I wanted to help people. We now have I have a Senate resolution named after me. My dog is one of the first approved. So even though you feel like your voice is small, it isn't. It's all about the approach. And what a lot of people don't understand too is what may seem like a very dark period right now. I promise you, God is preparing you for what's next. He's not punishing you. He's preparing you. So when you get ready to make that jump, you've got all the things that you need to make it, and just don't be scared. Swing for the stars, because nobody's going to do it until you do it.
Perfect. Okay, we're going to now round out with Joseph. You have like 30 seconds.
All right, thank you. I'm going to go the same way. One quote I'll go with is Einstein's theory of insanity, is that we think we're going to have change in our lives doing the things we've always done, but it's not until we start to do everything different that we have the change that we want. And I was the dyslexic kid. I was the problem child. I was the angry person. I was the one that grew up with a murdered uncle. And my life, if anybody looked at it in the book and created a story around it, I had no chance of making it. But I'm here, and I have made a complete 360 of my life because I got resourceful and figured out what I had to do to become who I am today. And our stories are not unique. They are just stories we create. There's two sides of them. We can either have it be the one that empowers us, or we can have it be the one that consumes us. It's always a choice on what we decide to buy into, to focus on.
There you go. And now I have to say, you are all fabulous. We are out. Join us next week. We've got another fabulous show. Bye, everyone.